Hey Dr. Bailey, so here is my project 5. I really like this pattern I created. I created a sphere using the OSU sphere function you provided, and I generated for my fragment shader. I included pictures in my PDF, but I actually created a circle pattern. Um, but when I created my vertex shader pattern, I ended up creating a squiggly, and you see like my fragment shader kind of looks like a squiggly as well, but it's like that color, that yellow pattern right there. That's my fragment shader. So this is my stationary vertex shader. Now I'm gonna turn on my vertex shader animation, and there we go. And it's like squiggly and it's going like back and forth, and I really like that. It was very uh like nice to look at, is what I'm trying to say. I actually created this by accident, but I really liked it, and so I left it. I ended up creating this by changing. So the way I created the vertex shader pattern was by like changing vertex X, and I used sine, and I actually used vertex Y, and for the animation I multiplied by time as well, and I ended up getting this, and I thought it was super cool. Um, Now I'm gonna turn off my vertex shader. There you go. That's it. Stationary. I mean vertex shader animation. And here it is. The pattern just stationary. And now what I'm gonna do is turn on the fragment shader animation pattern. And there we go. And you can see like the colors changing. So is the pattern. It's small, and then it gets larger and larger, and it goes down the squiggly, and then it starts again. So actually on the sphere it kind of looked like a teardrop, like I showed in office hours. But because I changed the vertex pattern, it looks like a squiggly on top of this squiggly. And it's like getting bigger and bigger and changing colors. And the way I changed the colors was like I use exponential, I use sine, I use cosine, and I animated it using the time function. And then I also for the movement I also use like in the set uniform variable I use like absolute value and sine and cosine. I played around with so much to get this, and I really loved what I did, and so I kept it. And I'm gonna turn off fragment shader. Okay, and there we go. And now I'm gonna turn both of them on. So that I turned off fragment shader animation is what I mean. Now I'm gonna turn on both of the animations, and there we go. Doesn't it looks so satisfying? And there you go. You can see again larger the fragment shader, and as it goes down, and it starts again, and there we go. Now I'm gonna that completes it. There we go. It's changing colors. Now I'm gonna turn it off, and that completes my presentation. Thank you.